Good afternoon, YouTube. I was hoping to come back today with some feedback around what was going on with my flickering of my lights. I adjusted down the charge voltage from 57.2 to 56.8, and it seems to have gone away. So I've got a data log. I logged it throughout the week while I was working. I've got a 4-hour video waiting for the opportunity to grab the lights flickering, and it just didn't happen. So the only change is the voltage change, the battery voltage change, and I don't know what else has happened. So I'm glad that the flickering has stopped, but also in my data log I noticed that the frequency didn't go as high. So there was a couple of tiny little spikes. I'll add one of those cards to the video now to show where the data log is. I mean, I wouldn't go and watch the whole video if I were you, unless you want to watch 4.5 hours of VRM. But it just didn't spike. So, given the fact I said I'd try and come back with a solution and I'm unable to, yeah, I guess I'll keep trying to repeat the circumstances that caused it to happen. But what I am going to do is I'm going to clean this bloody mess up, because I am sick of it. I use this shed for all sorts of things. I fabricate steel in here. I've got 3D printers in here and laser etchers and all sorts of things. So I use it for all sorts of crap, and it's never been finished properly. So I'm going to start with this spaghetti mess of cables up here. I've got to wait for my mate to come. He's going to wire in a board for me, put some GPOs up there for me, and yeah, we're going to go from there. So watch this space. I'm going to start cleaning this up. Right, so a fair bit of this cable, that's the antenna for the Cellfire, USB power for the energy monitor, which we're not currently using. That's the one that goes to the grid tied system. I've got a host of these. Oh, that's not good. Got a host of these, so that can come out. I don't even know where that white one goes. Where does it go? Ah, it goes up the top. That's all the network gear. Alright, so how many GPOs do you reckon? I reckon I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I put 8 up there, that should just about cover it. Some of them aren't even in use. Oh, look at it. I don't know where those tools went. Another power supply that doesn't need to be there, and that's a V direct cable. It's a USB one. Alright, so I reckon if I get 2 USB extensions, I'll pop 2 USB extensions over here. I can hang a hub out of one if I need to. Actually I probably have a third one somewhere. I do. I saw the other day, from when we had this Raspberry Pi here, there's actually one dangling out the back there somewhere. I could probably move all 3. I don't really want all 3 USB ports, because realistically one of these is only power, so that's really useless. So what I need to do is how am I going to manage that? Damn it, it's a shame you can't get like a surface mount or what do you call it, bulkhead mounted USB hub. How cool would that be? Oh, that's sorry, I forgot to mention, this is just a video blog for us, but we've got nearly 500 subscribers, so I just wanted to say thanks to the guys who are subscribing. And if there's anything that you'd specifically like to see us do, be sure to throw it up. Let's maybe we can convince some marketing people on AliExpress to build us a USB hub that fits into a surface mount. That would be cool for this sort of thing, I think. Anyway, I don't really have a plan here. So what I'm probably going to do is, this is 1200 wide. It's intentionally 1200 wide. That way a standard width board would fit. My intention was always to hide as much of it as possible, and you can see how well that's gone. Geez, it's embarrassing really, isn't it? It shouldn't be like this. So what I'll do is I'll pop 2 holes in a 1200mm. I'll cut like an oval shape so that I can pass those 2 cables straight out. Well, they're not going to go straight out because these boards don't exactly line up, but relatively straight out in behind the board. What is that one? It's quite thick. That's the HDMI cable for the servo controller. I'll pass that in the back. We'll do like a a reasonable size, like 90mm hole for all the cables from the servo to go back that way. I am not. I tell you what, had a bit of a scary, that orange cable behind there, that is the big one that feeds the house, and it's like 25mm square. It's a 3-phase cable. There's 2 wires coming up from the house so that we could, in emergency, we can bypass our off-grid system and start using grid power again. But also there's 2 running back towards the house, and they've got breakers on them, but not RCDs. And I've gone through this before thinking that that was dragged out of the way enough, and it wasn't. So I nearly had a mischief there. So there'll be no putting holes in that today. What we might be able to do though is maybe pop the servo controller off. Maybe I can make some standoffs for it. I might not do that today. I think let's not like try and achieve too much, because that's more likely to end in not doing anything at all or a roadblock. So this is my bit of wood. I'll hole saw a couple of holes at this end. You know what I need? I need a marker. Let me go get a marker. Okay, so I've got a hole in one end. Couple of little gaps there for the DC cables to come through. Geez, that doesn't look very good, does it? Yeah, I've put a line there, told the Sparky where I want my 2 GPOs to go. Whip it over. He's only a street away, I can walk it there, so I'll run over there and do that now, get those GPOs put in, and I'll just get a fucking extension cord lead, put it on the end of it. It'll be protected by the RCD that way, and I'll be able to remove it to do stuff behind the inverter. Righto, I've got my tools ready, I'm ready to go. I chucked a few extra holes in this board just for the cables to the DC power supplies, so once I relocate them, and I've added 2 USB ports there, so that'll do, I think. I'm going to start. I really need to find something to hold my camera while I'm doing this. When I was doing the batteries on the caravan, I was able to stick the camera to the caravan, but in here there's nowhere for me to mount the camera. So, plus I don't want people to see half-ass shit that I do either, so, you know, take the good with the bad, I suppose, eh? Right, I suppose there's no time like the present, may as well just rip into it. Alright. That's a lot better than it was, eh? I've still got some more wires that need neaten up. Bear in mind that we're using this, it's in production, so I'm just waiting for the screen to boot back up because I have a sneaking suspicion I've potentially damaged some of the cabling while I was adjusting all that. So there's still some more stuff, like more cable management I could do, like that's a bit of a mess. What I might do is pop sheets off the back and just go through the back and do cable management across the back. Let's have a look. That's my back, so that's good. Let's have a look. Furnaces are on. Large 250. That's there. Let's make sure it's actually reporting some information. Alarms and errors too found. Okay. Well, that's reporting information, so that's key. This one's on CAN, so I suspect we're not seeing any problems with that one. Large 150 is currently producing power. Good. Now I did have this VE bus adapter. I don't like the idea of this hanging out the front here, but let's just have a look. Okay, yeah, like that's obviously counterintuitive because we're trying to avoid all these cables. Now that is a 150 by 45. Let's have a look. Device list. I think show up 150 by 45, and the 150 by 60 is showing up. Alright, if I could just, I'll get stuck into this bottom one. I've got more material, shit, that can't really see anything there, can you? I'll rip into this bottom bit soon, I think. That's a lot better up there. A lot of that cable was just like a waste of time anyway, but I'll reattach that back to the wall. I might relocate this thing, so that's one of the USB devices that are not plugged in at the moment. These other cables, they're from my backup router. Oh look, I'm okay with that. I think that's a good start. Try and maintain that momentum, hey? Anyway, look, I appreciate the new subscribers, it's excellent. Maybe we could we only got to get to 1,000 and we can start doing, we can join the affiliates program and maybe get some reviews going on. How good would that be? Anyway, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.